Yo guys and girls, it's your returning champ, Brian Bombs. Today is the first installment of the Pinwheel to Win series. I'm going to give you a brief overview of what it is, how to do it, and show you how I implement the pinwheel for the win. For those who aren't aware of what the pinwheel is, it's a specific way to rotate from zone to zone to improve your positioning, get more easy kills, and minimize the chances of you getting shot in the back. The thing I hate the most about Warzone is getting killed without the chance to shoot back. In solo queue, that happens a lot, which is why I usually stick to trios or quads. Whenever I do play solo, I use the pinwheel rotation. Alright, here we are in paint, and I'm going to show you a brief overview of what the pinwheel rotation is and why you do it. And here is an actual game I'm going to show you. Here are the two circles I was in, and I landed somewhere over here. Now, you could have landed here, 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 here. It doesn't matter where you land. The pinwheel rotation is the same idea, regardless of location. Now, here's what it is. Traditionally, you go from one circle directly to the next circle. Problem with this is that you're exposed from one side, the other side, and you have people in front of you. The pinwheel rotation is kind of like a sweep. So as the gas is closing, so you're moving with the gas, not necessarily touching the gas, but with it. So there's gas coming in as you're moving. So on one side is gas and the other side is exposed. You know, people can only be on one side and in front of you. So when you do regular rotation, you have three potential areas where people can be. In the pinwheel rotation, you have two potential areas where people can be. That's why the pinwheel rotation is a safer rotation. Alright, here we are into the game. Initially, I'm looking for a place that's near the edge of the first circle and somewhere that has a lot of loot. Originally, I was looking at the scav, but then I was thinking, it's kind of a 50-50 landing on a scav. Lots of people with the same idea. So I decided against it, and I decided to land at the graveyard. Generally, graveyard, the houses, apartment, the warehouses have a lot of loot. So I'm able to find a UAV in a regular chest, which is really nice because in the early game, UAV is super strong. No one should have ghosts, and it's easy to find who's nearby and who's a threat. Now I see someone in the fire station, and it looks like they're in the first, they're on the level I'm at, and they're not really moving, so I'm a little confused. I'm not sure if they're inside the building or outside the building. And it turns out they're on the outside, just, I don't know what they're doing, but easy kill. The reason I was willing to take that fight is because I have the M13 out of a chest this early. I think it's probably the best legendary gun you can get. I thought this guy would have a little more money. He only had $100. Now I'm $400 short of a loadout. So I'm just going to go back to the apartments and see if I can find any more money inside the building. I want to stay nearby the buy so I don't have to travel far when I do find the money. Now that I have my loadout, and I'm in the zone technically, I just want to see if I can see any easy picks, or if someone's exposed, maybe come out on the roof and get some easy shots on them, maybe a whole kill. I'm just trying to get a sense of where people are in general. Since I know there's no one nearby, I figured I'd take this time to figure out my plan of attack. I know going to Superstore would have a lot of people, and quite frankly, I'm just trying to avoid a lot of people unless I have to fight them. So I saw a bounty in Boneyard, so I'm heading toward the bounty, and then I'm gonna go rotate to Storage Town. Right there. I thought I heard a loadout drop. That's the sound it makes. So I thought I could see it falling in the sky. Just have a good idea of where people are, but I couldn't see it. I come into Boneyard. I hear a chest. I see a chest. That's a good indicator that no one's been here, or at least in the area. And not something 100%, but it's a reasonable assumption to make, which helps me rotate a little more freely. But then I see the glass broken in the warehouse, so I'm a little eerie about people being here, so I try to stay near the wall in case I'm shot at from the buildings. And just so happens to be my bounty is also in Storage Town, which is the rotation I wanted to make. As I'm getting closer to Storage Town, I see the bounty getting closer, and I have it marked on the map. So as soon as I get to 50 feet, I'm gonna pull up my heartbeat and see if I can find him on there. But right now I'm just staying on the hill behind the rocks and see if I can get him moving, because he doesn't know where I am. He just sees the bar getting higher, more red. So I pull up the heartbeat. I don't see him. My first instinct is maybe this guy has ghost. I'm trying to get height. I still don't see him on the heartbeat, and then I see him moving away. So I assume he's in this lane. I kind of fumbled the jump there. I want to get more height and see if I can look down in the lane, but then I see a car coming in the back. The last thing I want to do is fight, get into a long gun fight, and then get shot in the back. So I'm just watching the car and see where it went, and I see the guy in the tent, start shooting him at him. Now I have stopping power, so with those shots I know he's really weak and he's going to plate up and he's going to wait for his health to come back. And there's only one way in and out the tent. And when he peeks, easy kill. Now I see a car on the mini-map, and get a quick look at it, see where it goes. I'm watching it. It gets out. I check my heartbeat to see if anyone's in front of me. I hear fighting going on. I'm waiting for them to kill each other. Whoever wins, I'm gonna kill. So he gets the kill. I'm waiting for him to get their stuff. Easy kill. A lot of these solo kills are just about patience, finding the right opportunity to strike. I see the loadout coming. I'm checking to see how many loadouts there are. It's kind of in the open, but then I see a loadout there. The last thing I want to do is run to the loadout and get shot in the open by someone with good guns. And instead of going to the loadout, I go to clear out the garage. I have my guns. I'm ready for a gunfight. Since the loadout was on the roof, I'm trying to get onto the roof from the other side and potentially get an angle on him. Being real slow, methodical, and how I approach it. Within a heartbeat. I assume he'd be in that area. I hear footsteps. Walking slowly so that he doesn't hear me. See where he's at. I try to get the angle before he's there. But he's light cancel. He's moving real fast, so I miss him. Then I catch him. I was about to go for the loadout in the open, but then I realized how much money I had. I have about 26k. So I decide to just go to the buy, and instead of risking everything, I just spend all my money there. UAV, self-res, and loadout. So I tagged someone who I saw. I also saw there's a person in the air tower control center. And I know they're camping up there, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get around them. And I decided on going underneath the road underneath the airport as a way to bypass them so he can't see me. But as you'll see here, I kind of get lost and forget how to get under there. Also note that the gas is on my side or behind me, so as I'm running, I'm positive there's no one on my left. The only person I have to worry about is in that tower and someone potentially near the airport. But I'll take my chances. He was not looking here, he's not in there, and I'm able to get underneath. I am 99% sure no one's behind me. The only people I have to worry about would be in the house to my left or the house in front of me and the air tower control center. But just based on the flow, I assume no one's really on my left. I do check a little here and there, but I'm more concerned about the right side. I'm just trying to get to the house in the zone as quickly as possible. Now that I'm in the house, I'm just checking the tower, see if anyone's there. I'm just trying to find people late rotating and do what's called gatekeeping, which is basically just holding an area and having people be forced to run into me because of the zone. Periodically I check my heartbeat just to see if anyone's around, and just so happens to be someone right behind me just trying to get into the zone. Pretty easy pick once I find out where he is. Now we're onto the third circle, and we have a really hard rotation. I effectively have to go across the frozen river, up a mountain into the zone. So I'm just trying to find the easiest path where I'm least likely to get shot at. And this side I'm going below the dam and trying to follow the mountain. As you see in my rotation, I'm following the contour of the gas. There's no way someone's to my left, so if anyone's here, they're going to be in front of me or to the right. And if they're to the right, they're not likely to be looking at my direction. They're focused on going forward to the circle. Now here I see some guns on the ground, so that means there was a loadout there and the person was here. I could pop my UAV and see if they're here, but I'm just checking my heartbeat instead. If they're not here on a heartbeat, chances are they're somewhere else. Possibly on top of dam, possibly way to my right. I feel like a UAV here is kind of a waste in this rotation, even though in general UAVs are really good for rotating. Here I'm trying to see if anyone's rotating like I am, except they're going to be in the open and I'm going to have cover. So if they're running the open there, I would have some easy picks. And I see two loadouts here, and so I'm a little concerned, depending if I should call the UAV or not. But I figure I'm really close to cover, and if they haven't got the loadout yet, they're not going to get it now. So I see there's a bounty on me. It's above me. Originally I was going to go up through that path, the parkour area, to go up to the top of the dam, because I don't like this rotate here. Everyone can see me down below, but that's when I decided to call an UAV, because you're really exposed here, and if anyone's watching you, you're pretty much toast. But no one's near me, and I happen to see the bounty, and I'm just thinking if I should go and cut him off, or if I should go into the zone. As I get closer to the bounty, I'm trying to see where the area updates to, because it updates about every 10 seconds. So I have him flip-flopping my decision. I notice he's just stopped there, and to get through to the zone he has to go out in the open. So I figure he's camping in the windows somewhere. He's gonna peek. That's why I'm mounted, so I can just laser him. And I see it moving a little bit, trying to catch him rotating out, but see, I don't really see him, but it says he's moving. So I'm really getting close to the edge of the zone, and it's not really good. And at this point, I'm just praying I don't get shot in my back, because I'm really exposed because of my rotate here. Then I notice he is really next to the edge of the zone. Granted, it's going to update, but I'm essentially ahead of him. And now I know exactly where he is. I see him. He's out in the open. Easy pick. Got self-res. Don't let that finish. Didn't really matter if it finished or not. He was dead either way. So here I'm almost into the next circle, and I'm thinking about going into military base, but right now I'm just trying to get into the circle and make my decision from there. I'm not going straight in because I know for a fact there are people somewhere in there, and they can see me coming from all the way. So I just want to stay near the edge where they possibly can't see me enter. And at this point, I'm looking at the buy, and it's kind of risky to go in there. I do have a lot of money to spend. UAV and an airstrike would be nice, but I already have the self-res, and I figured the circle after this is going to be somewhere in the mountain area, just by my experience. It's very unlikely the circle is going to close directly in military base. So if the circle moves, it's going to be a really bad rotate. Like, you're going to have to cross in the open. People are going to be holding you while you cross that runway. So I think it's best to just skirt around the outside of the zone where the wall is and follow the pinwheel rotation that way. I'm making the rotation kind of early because in the case I get into a fight with someone in front of me here, I want to be able to, finish the fight and not get pressured too much by the zone. This positioning here is really nice because I have the zone to my left and I have a whole wall to my right. Where I'm looking at is the only location where enemies could be. So I'm really good in positioning. I just have to play the zone patiently and force anyone who's camping in front of me in that warehouse or anywhere where the zone's going to be to get pushed out. So I'm just waiting for them to be exposed if anyone's there. I'm also checking my rear because just like my strat was to follow the zone, the edge of the zone, someone else is going to have that strat too. So I'm just covering my butt, making sure no one comes up from behind me, while also keeping my eyes mainly focused on what's in front of me to catch people rotating into the zone. At this point in the rotation, I am pretty exposed. I really don't have any cover from in front of me, but I made a big assumption that no one would be coming from in front of me, at least looking at my way, just based on the geography of the area and the circle. I really just have to worry about what's behind me, which is what I'm checking. As soon as the zone closes, I don't believe anyone can really go through the opening behind me. So once that's covered, I'm pretty much set for what's in front of me only. So this zone is a pretty nice rotation for me. As I said earlier, I knew the circle was going to be somewhere over there. So if I went to military base, I had to cross to the bunker. I'd have to go across the airfield where people are really going to be holding positions on me. And being in my position, it's really easy to rotate around because I have all the cover to my side and I just have to worry about what's in front of me. Now at this point, I'm deciding if I should follow the wall on the bottom or follow the hill on the top. I figured since the zone's about to close in, I can follow the top part, which will give me a better advantage in the future. But I'm also worried about people camping on the top of the hill, which is why I'm hugging the gas a little closer than usual. Because I'm in the area I'm at, I'm really just focused on what's in front of me. So that's why you'll see me go cover to cover in case someone's looking at me from in front of me. I do take peeks on the mini-map and glance to the right every once in a while just to get an idea of where people are. But the only threat I have to me is what's in front of me. So I'm just waiting for the zone, to push up the campers on the hill while maintaining some cover and getting an idea where people are. Because people from below can also be coming up, so I'm also checking the heartbeat for that reason. As the zone started closing, I saw that this upper part of the hill was, the best strategic area to be in, but I failed the climb. So then the next best alternative was just to hide in this area. I was checking the heartbeat, looking at the minimap to see where I have to rotate next. Because of the positioning where my cursor is, I want to stay up the hill, but also I'm noting where people can come up. And I hear a sniper shot. I'm not sure who it was at, so I'm assuming it's below, shooting at someone else below. And I don't want to force anything. If the guy is above the road area, I want to wait for the zone to push him out, because he has no cover. Then I see a shot. I really didn't know where it came from. I'm pretty bad at locating shots. So the guy's not coming out. I don't know where he is. Then he shows his location. See, he has no cover. Even though I had very little health, I had a massive advantage in terms of positioning. And it was an easy kill. Now, I saw the shot there. I saw the tracer. And I see where the guy is. So I'm just trying to do some fancy moves to ADS while he can't hit me. I get some good shots off. And I figured, instead of forcing the fight, the zone's about to close. I have a good area to be in for now. There's no reason to force the fight. So I'm in a really good spot for this zone. I hear gunshots to the right, so I assume there's at least 2 people there. I know one person's in the front, so at least 1 person left on a count of 4. So I assume it's good, it's safe enough to push on this guy, because I know where he is. He can't really hide, and this is the god spot to be in for the next zone. So I'm holding my positioning. Turns out he has a heartbeat, so I know exactly where to aim at. And easy shots. So again, I'm just following the edge of the zone, not going down unless I have to. I'm just trying to locate the other two people. I assume they're inside. One's inside the bunker, but right now I'm just looking at the exit in case someone tries to come out. And if someone comes out the front, I have them covered by the tree. And I assume someone's at least inside, or now since the zone is coming, on the other side. But I'm a little eerie about pushing it because he could be looking at me. I don't have to force it really. I'm not used to playing with claymores, honestly. I usually run C4s, so I just threw out that claymore randomly. I was gonna peek over, but then I realized it wasn't a good decision. And I do have the zone on my side, because if I get the positioning behind the wall on top of the hill, they have to come to me where I had the better position. So it should be my advantage to just hug the zone and not force anything unless I have to. As I'm retreating, I'm checking both sides, primarily the exit. Now that I'm here, I have a really good spot. I don't see anyone coming out. There's also two guys left. I assume they have to fight each other. I hear Clemmer go off. I assume both guys are there. Try to get as high as I can. They're fighting. I could, stay on the hill and fight, but the zone's already pushing. They're still fighting. So they're in the gas right now. There's one person left, and it's already moving back. So I don't really have to push it, be aggressive. I just can be smart. So following the zone, I hear coughing. No gas mask. He's gonna be really weak. Just looking for him to pop his head, and that's how you get an easy dub using the pinwheel rotation. If you're listening to this, you made it this far, please leave a thumbs up on the video. It helps the channel grow tremendously. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this in the future. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, or just tell me how bad I played, because I know I didn't play perfectly. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shoots.